Hello everyone, welcome. As you can see on my screen that this is a Google Cloud platform and this is uh, let me take you through this dashboard. This is our dashboard for Google Cloud, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate you a project. This project is basically you can find it on QuickLab Google itself, and this is for your skill development purpose. You can get it, you can practice, you can do practice and make yourself perfect uh, in this with these tools. So what we are going to actually see in this video that this challenge is to predict customer behavior of like their purchasing behavior. Okay, using BiqQuery machine learning. So for that, I am going to demonstrate you that. Okay, so now as you can see on my screen, uh, this is the three horizontal lines. So I just click here. You will see that we have multiple projects here. You can find like billing, IAM, admin, marketplace, Vertex AI, compute engine, Kubernetes, cloud storage, and BigQuery. Also the cloud run. Okay. Again, you can find the products from here as well. Like if I need BigQuery, I can simply write here BigQuery. Okay, and with this I can directly go to that. Okay, so for now just click here, click on this query. Now as you can see that the screen appearance is changing. Okay, so it's taking time. I'll pause it. So now we successfully navigated to the BigQuery Studio. Here you can see that you can create a new SQL query. You can create a Python notebook. You can also design a data canvas. Also, you can create a workflow. Okay. And it is a history like what you recently opened. Okay. And all the things. With this, add your own data. This is a function which allows you to uh, add your local data, which is actually in your local system. Or if you want to ingest something to this, you can just use this. Again, you can use this Google Drive, like some data, if some data is in your Google Drive, you can directly call that from that location. Okay. Again, with this Google Cloud Storage is the same thing. You can use it. Okay. But the task here is that we are going to uh, work on the customer purchasing behavior. We are going to predict that. Okay, so for that, we are going to check for the data inside this, okay, um, BigQuery resources. Okay, I'll demonstrate you. So with this, you can put your data. Now again, you can use this Explorer and plus add symbol, and you can again use a multiple. You can see that these are the multiple sources from where you can bring your data. Okay, so these are like PubSub, photo to BigQuery, PubSub data stream to BigQuery, cloud storage, and all. Okay, um, cloud big table, Amazon S3 bucket, okay, storage, lots of option you can see. Okay, from the Salesforce. Okay, but the thing which we need is that we are going to create our new database. So for this, this is my project ID. As I told you, it's a just click on this three dot and create a data set. It will ask you to have a data set ID. So for this, we have a dataset ID, which is a BigQuery Machine Learning Lab. Okay. And for this, let's keep everything as a default. However, you can go and check as per your reason. But for now, just keep it as a default because it's a part of a quick lab. Okay, so let's click on this create a data set. Okay, so now here you can see that this BigQuery ML underscore lab created. Okay, so now you can see just below this we have this busy BQML underscore lab. Okay, and here if you try to expand it, there is nothing for now. Okay, and with this three dot, you can again uh, have lots of option, like you can open in a new tab, or either you can split your tab, or you can share with the other persons. And also there is a facility that you can manage the permission, like the viewer, the writer, the admin, and kind of thing. Okay, now you can see here the details, like I created the date. Okay, now the next thing is that we are going to query some table. Okay, so for that, just come back. Here you can see that we have this untitled query. Okay, so I'm going to use it, and this is already expanded, so I'll just minimize it. Here I'll click on this. I have this code. Okay, so using this code, um, let's run it to check the query here. So as you can see on our result, we have this label OS, like these are the operating system, is mobile, country, and other. So how people are, like these are, this is the label for the this features zero, and that would be other. Okay. So either you can save your result, or you can explore the data. Okay. But for now, come here, and this was the table we have. So which was, this was the quick lab I have. Okay, so as you can see that initially I had this BGQML lab. Okay, but now I have these queries, notebooks, data, canvas, and all, which is self-prepared. Okay, with this syntax. Now what I am going to do is that I'm going to create a model which will predict the behavior of a user, like how they are behaving. Okay, so in order to check their pattern, let's I'm creating a model. So for that, I'll just replace this code. This is a new code I have, which I'll run it now. Okay, so here I have the create or replace model, lab, and sample model is a model name. This is a lab. So I need to just change and make changes to this model name and all. Just wait. So just come to this. This was our previous result. So I need to save this. Okay. So for that, I'll just save this query, give the name of this model. Okay. So the model name can be um, BigQuery ML Lab. Here you can see that we have this BigQuery ML Lab, which is appearing here. There is a change which I want to tell you, that I'm not going to say this query as simple save query. I need to say this query as a save, copy as a view. Okay. So I have some given name. Okay, so let me fill that and coming back to you. So for the dataset name, we have this BigQuery ML Lab. And for the training, we have this training underscore data. Let's save it. Okay. So now, as you can see that we have this training data just below this, and I need to just delete this one so that it will not create, so it will not create any confusion. Okay. So let's delete it. There is nothing in this shared query. Okay. Everything I have in this BigQuery ML lab, and we have this training data now. Okay. So what next we are going to do is that we are going to create a lab. Okay. So for that, I'm going to use a syntax that will help me to create a model. So for that, just uh, right. Now in result, you can see that successfully created a replaced model named sample model. So let's click on this sample model. Okay. And just check with this schema, the training. Okay. And this is the training data we have, like training data loss, evaluation data loss, learn rate and duration, etc. Okay. For this evaluation, you can check with this precision recall by threshold, by curve, and ROC curve. Okay. This is a confusion matrix where you can find it like the true table and predicted level with the with this. Okay. Now let's jump to this training. Okay, with this graph and all. Now I'll check like how my model is like, is it predicting well or not? Okay, so for that, let's move to the next this code. So here you can see that the as a result, the precision is 0.42, 857 and all. The recall is 0.14, accuracy is 0.98, 867 and so on. The F1 score. Okay, so this is a very important score. Okay, logs, loss, and ROC. Okay, so all as you can see here, if you want to check with the chart, this is the chart which is showing here. Okay, if you want to create a JSON data, so that is a JSON file here. Just stick to our result. And if you want to check the job information, you can also check that. For now, just look for these results. Okay, so we have the accuracy is about 0.9886 and the F1 score is 0.21. And if you talk about the precision, which is 0.42857. Okay, now the next thing which we are going to see, like now we have this information regarding the model. Okay, so we just evaluated the model performance here. Okay, we just evaluated, and as you can see here, like we are using ml.evaluate to evaluate this model. Okay, so the next thing is that I'm going to create a new query. So for that, I'll do one thing. Just I'll click here. When you click this drop down, you can see that we have different options. Like you can go create a SQL query, you can create a Python notebook, PySpark, precision workflow, and also for now we have this SQL query. So I'll simply click on this, and in this query, I'll just paste this um, information syntax I have. So now you can see that as you can see on my screen that we have this job information, and in this result column we have this given result. Okay, with this result I would like to save this result as a save view. Okay, so as you know that the data set we have this BiqQML and the table name is July data. So I'm just going to save this with the July data. Okay, so here you can see that we have this July data. Okay, and earlier we had this training data, and as you can go and check with these two data, there is a lot of difference between the values. Okay, because we just created here the select from the total transaction is null as a label. Here you can see that what we are calling this from BigQuery public data Google Analytics sample, and where table suffix between, this is the date we have. Okay, and this is the date we have. So whatever the item we have is in between these two. Okay, so this is you can say uh, separated data. Okay, so I already saved this. So with this I'll move to the next level. That will help me to create a purchase as per the different country. So here you can see that I'm selecting this country, and with this country we are uh, selecting purchase by the country. Here we have this group by. So in during this interview of machine learning engineer as a BigQuery, they can ask you can you give us the exact flow of the pattern, like how you query, like when the select will come, when the order why come, when the limit will come. So you can say that we have the select is the first, from is the second, the group by is the third. So it is a common thing. Like they can ask you like which will come first, the order by or group by. So you can say that okay, the group by is the first thing which you can predict first, which you can use first, just before the order by and limit. Okay, so let's run it. So here you can see that we are just uh, created a new uh, training data, and that is as per the country. So total predicted purchase was in United States was 220, in Canada 8, and in India 3. Singapore to Turkey to and so on. Okay, so with this, we predicted with this country wise result. If you see the chart, we can see that this is the chart which we are getting here, the job information, the execution details, and the graph. Okay, you can save results here and in a different, like in a CSV, in a CSV local file and all. Okay, so um, also you can see here, this is the pipeline we have. Okay, this is how it is executing. Okay, BigQuery lab model having five records, and this is how it is like for querying. Okay, now let's try with the some other method. Here we are using uh, the model which is ml.predict. As you can see that we are using this ml.predict to predict this. Okay, and this is using uh, the busy BigQuery ML lab dot sample model. Okay, and it is predicting sum of predicted level full version ID. Okay, which is grouped by total predicted purchase. Okay, so the limit here is 10. You can either change with the say 15. So if the limit is 15, so let's run it and see the result. Here we have this 15 result. Okay, let's make it 10. Okay, in order to complete the lab, we need everything as it is. Okay, so this is how we just created. And with this, what we can do is that we can save our by you can say country or order. Just save. Okay, so it was actually with the base of visitor ID. So I need to rename it with the July data based on visitor ID. Okay, so this is all about this machine learning model, which is used in BigQuery. Okay, in order to predict the purchasing behavior of a customer. So this is it by my side. Thank you very much. And I'm coming with a series of labs which is related to this GCP. And also you can join my live sessions. So during my live session, I'm going to conduct a live session for machine learning engineers. Okay, and that I'm beginning like from this week. Okay, thank you.